Imagine, for a moment, a world where the essence of life is not merely a collection of chemical reactions and physical processes, but something far more mysterious, something that hums with an invisible energy, a vital force that breathes life into matter, animating it with purpose, direction, and spirit. This is the world as seen through the lens of vitalism. Vitalism, as a concept, has captivated minds throughout history. It suggests that life is more than the sum of its parts, more than the intricate dance of molecules and atoms. It proposes that there is a unique, intangible force that sets living beings apart from the non-living, a force that cannot be fully explained by the laws of physics and chemistry alone. As the poet and philosopher Johann Wolfgang von Goethe once mused, the whole is more than the sum of its parts. This idea lies at the heart of vitalism, which invites us to consider the possibility that life is not just a mechanical process but something imbued with a special essence, a spark of the divine, if you will. Consider this: in the natural world, we see a remarkable harmony, a symphony of life where every organism, from the smallest microbe to the largest whale, plays its part in an intricate dance of interdependence. Vitalism encourages us to view this not merely as a consequence of physical laws but as evidence of a deeper, more profound force at work, a force that guides, nurtures, and sustains life. But what is this vital force? Some have called it the elan vital, others the life force or the vital spark. In ancient cultures, it was known as qi in Chinese philosophy or prana in Indian traditions, an energy that flows through all living things, connecting them to the cosmos. In more recent times, thinkers like Hans Driesch, a German biologist, posited that this force is what gives organisms their distinctive properties, their capacity to grow, reproduce, and heal. He believed that this force was something beyond mere chemical reactions, something that science alone could not fully capture. But vitalism is not just an abstract concept, it challenges us to reconsider our understanding of life itself. In a world increasingly dominated by reductionist thinking, where we try to explain everything by breaking it down into its smallest components, vitalism offers a counterpoint. It reminds us that life cannot be reduced to mere equations or formulas. There is a mystery to life that resists simplification, a complexity that hints at something beyond the material. As philosopher Henri Bergson, one of the most notable proponents of vitalism, once said, "Life does not proceed by the association and addition of elements, but by dissociation and division." Bergson saw life as a creative force, constantly evolving, constantly pushing forward, driven by an inner vitality that could not be fully explained by the science of his time. For Bergson, and for many who subscribe to vitalist thought, life is a process of continual becoming, a dynamic unfolding of potential that cannot be pinned down or fully understood. In our modern age, where science has made incredible strides in understanding the mechanisms of life, it might be tempting to dismiss vitalism as a relic of the past. After all, we have decoded the genome, mapped the brain, and synthesized life in the lab. But even as we make these advances, the fundamental questions of existence remain: what is life? What gives it meaning? And what is our place within it? Vitalism, while no longer a mainstream scientific theory, still resonates in these questions. It calls us to recognize the wonder and mystery of life, to approach it with humility, and to remember that, in the words of Albert Einstein, the most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious. It is the source of all true art and science. So, let's not be quick to dismiss the vitalist perspective. Let us instead allow it to inspire us to look beyond the surface, to seek out the deeper currents that animate our existence, and to appreciate the profound mystery that is life itself. In a world where we often seek to control and dissect, vitalism reminds us that some things are meant to be experienced, felt, and cherished, things that science, for all its brilliance, might never fully explain. In the end, perhaps the true value of vitalism lies not in the answers it provides, but in the questions it encourages us to ask. Thanks for listening and hope you got something from this. Nate.